So in this one, we're supposed to find the variance for a point estimate. So in our case, like we're so used to looking at the sample average where you take every data point, add them all up, divide by how many you have. But maybe you'd be interested in weighting one more. So it's basically saying like you have x1 and x2. These are like just two data points, but you'll kind of weight the second one more. But let's find the variance of this specific point estimate. So what people do when they find out like what would be the best estimate is first they see, is it unbiased? And then they look at all of these possible estimates to see which one would have the smallest variance. So looking at this, the variance of our second estimate, mu2, would be equal to the variance of x1 over 4 plus 3x2 over 4. This comes back to section 2.6 where we learned about how to do combinations for random variables and what that does to expected value and variance. So when you deal with variance, remember that when you're at multiplying or dividing by numbers, that comes out of your variance squared. So it might help on this one if you rewrite this as 1/4 times x1 plus 3/4 times x2. So now that 1/4 can come out, but it has to come out squared. You're going to have to square the entire 1/4 fraction. And it'll be times the variance of x1 plus, so when you have a plus in a variance, you just do each individual variance. So that 3/4 comes out squared. So we have this 3/4 squared times the variance of x2. Okay, so 1/4 squared would be 1 over 16 times the variance of x1, which is 10. Plus, this 3/4 comes out, you square the top, so that would be 9. You square the bottom, that would be 16, times the variance of x2, which is 15. At this point, I would just put that in my calculator. Of course, you could have put that in your calculator earlier, too. And it gives me 9.0625. So that's the variance for our second estimate, mu2.